Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. And we're going to continue with our 1983 Strat-O-Matic Card&Dice 1&Done tournament. We have the Oakland Athletics taking on the Kansas City Royals in round 2, the first bracket of 16, as the teams vie to get to the second and final bracket of 16. Bill Krueger will face off against Mark Splittorff. The A's are the 11th seed in the first bracket of 16. 74 and 88. The Royals, the 6th seed, 79 and 83. There should be a slobber knocker in Kansas City at the ballpark. Jack Dawson, hope all is well. Check out his channel. And Robbie Wartburg. Thank you for joining me, gentlemen. Also, check out Robbie's channel. Jack Dawson, a lot of Borderlands and Final Fantasy, amongst other games. Robbie Wartburg, Sports Sims. All right, so here we go. On the mound for the Oakland Athletics is Bill Krueger. 7 and 6 in 1983 with a 3.61 earned run average, striking out 58, walking 53, allowing 7 gopher balls, so he does have some control issues when it comes to walks. Opposing him for the Kansas City Royals, Paul Splittorff, 13 and 8 in 1983 with a 3.63 earned run average, striking out 61, walking 52. He too sometimes struggles with control. He allowed 9 bye-bye birdies. They're both left-handed throwers, so it's a battle of southpaws on the mound here in Kansas City. The starting lineup for the Oakland Athletics: Ricky Henderson leads things off. He's in left field. Billy Allman gets the start at first base, bats second. Carney Lansford mans the hot corner for the Athletics and bats third. The designated hitter, Jeff Burrows, bats fourth. Mike Heath is behind the plate and will bat fifth. Davey Lopes, former Dodger, will be at second base and bats sixth. Mike Davis is out in right, and he will bat seventh. Donnie Hill is at short. He's in the 8th spot. Batting ninth is Dwayne Murphy in center field. For the Kansas City Royals, the speedster Willie Wilson will lead things off in center field. Don Slott will do the catching, batting second. George Brett will be at third and bat third. Batting fourth is the designated hitter, Hal McRae. Willie Aikens is at first. He'll bat fifth. Leon Roberts gets the start in left field, and he will bat sixth. At second base is Frank White, batting seventh. Batting eighth, my man Amos Otis, in right field. And UL Washington will bat ninth and play short. And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. So here we go. Who shall advance to the final third round bracket of 16? Ricky Henderson steps to the plate. You want to keep him off the base pads. He's a AAA Steeler. And in 1983, 292, 9 homers, 7 triples, and 25 doubles. Billy Allman on deck. Paul Splittorff is ready. Slot sets a target. The pitch to Ricky, don't lose my number, Henderson. 4-10. Ricky's a righty. 4-10. Popped up, second base. That'll be out number 1. Making the catch is Frank White. So Splittorff comes high and tight. And that's out number 1. Captain Carl's at the ballpark along with Philip Reynolds. Hope all is well. And Bill Allman steps to the plate, playing first base. Former White Sox. Batted .266, 4 home runs, 1 triple, and 29 doubles. Carney Lansford and technical difficulties with the headset, which I hate this effing headset. Back to the ball game. All right, so it's Billy Allman. 1 out, no one on. Splittorff is ready. The pitch to Bill Allman. 2-5. Splittorff's a lefty. 2-5. And again he comes high and tight. Pop up, second base, rinse and repeat. Washington makes the catch again. So 2 outs, 2 pop outs to second base and UL Washington. I'm sorry, to Frank White, excuse me. Frank White. UL Washington's the shortstop. So 2 down. And here comes Carney Lansford, former Angel and Red Sox. In 83, 308 batting average, 10 home runs, 2 triples, and 16 doubles. Burrows on deck. Splittorff looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Carney Lansford, 5-5. Lansford a righty, 5-5. That's a ground ball hit to second base and Frank White. Frank White is a 1 defender. We rolled an 11. A 1 and an 11. We go to an error check. White is an E10. Let's find the E10 we have. We roll the dice. That's a 5. And he makes the play. And the side is retired as that goes White to Aikens. So 1-2-3 go the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the first, no score. So a good inning for Paul Splittorff. Due up for the Royals, Wilson, Slot, and Brett. Willie Wilson, also a speedster you want to keep off the base paths if you're the Athletics. 276, 2 homers, 8 triples, and 22 doubles. Don Slot, the catcher, on deck. Wilson's a switch hitter. He'll be batting righty off the left-handed throwing Billy Krueger. Krueger looks in, nods his head. Heath sets the target to pitch to Willie Wilson. That's a 5-11. 5-11. Strike 3 looking. Painted the inside corner with the fastball. Willie Wilson doesn't agree with the call, but he turns and walks back to the bench. 1 down. Here's the catcher, Don Slot. Slot, 312, no homers, 4 triples, and 13 doubles. Right-hander digs in. Billy Krueger rocks and deals. A 1-9. 1-9. That's a single to center. So Slot singles to center with 1 out. C base stealer. He'll be held on. 1-11 base runner. George Brett approaches the plate. Brett in 1983. 310, 25 homers, 2 triples, and 38 doubles. Krueger looking for the double play ball. Here's the pitch to George Brett. Lefty-lefty matchup. That's a 1-4. Will it close the door? 1-4. Hard hit ball to second. Up with it is Lopes. Over to Hill. Back to Allman at first place. 4-6-3. The side is retired. Brett bangs into the double play. And just like that, we're through 1. 1 complete here in Kansas City. No score. Yeah, my headset jack is a good headset. It's actually one of the best headsets you can get for, it's a Turtle, whatever the hell it's called. And I turned off automatic shutdown. My God, I've turned it off a gazillion times. And you know what? It still wants to automatically shut down. And if I don't hit the button in the right time, it shuts down and makes a hideous noise. All right, top of the second. Due up for the Athletics, Burrows, Heath, and Lopes. To face Paul Splittorff, who sent the Athletics down 1-2-3. Jeff Burrows, designated hitter. Former Ranger, I believe. 269, 10 homers, 1 triple, and 15 doubles. Heath on deck. The pitch to Jeff Burrows. Splittorff tosses in a 6-5. 6-5. Single to left. So Jeff Burrows singles to left as he turns on that inside pitch. And he's very slow. We will not hold him on until 2 outs if he's still at first or if he occupies a base. That brings up the catcher for the Athletics, Mike Heath. 281. 6 home runs, no triples, and 17 doubles. Slow-footed Burrows at first, a slow-footed catcher at the plate. This smells of a double play if Splittorff can keep the ball down. Slot goes through the sign. Splittorff nods his head. Here's the pitch to Mike Heath. Will it be a double play ball that comes forth? That's a 3-12. 3-12. Line shot to the third baseman, Brett. Brett fires back to first for the double play. As that was a line out maximum. What a play by George Brett. Burrows, hoping that ball was going to shoot down the line, was off and is easily doubled up. So that's a line out, 5 double play, 5-3. So 2 outs, base is empty. Great reaction by Brett at the hot corner. That's why they call it the hot corner, folks. And here comes the former Dodger Davey Lopes. Lopes 277, 17 home runs, 4 triples, and 13 doubles. He bats with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the top of the second. Splittorff deals quickly to Lopes. 6-7. Right-handed batter, 6-7. Single to center. How huge was that double play ball? So Davey Lopes singles to center. Keeps the inning alive. He's an A stealer. Slot a neutral arm of 0. So an A stealer, they hold him on. And we're on the wrong notepad. -2. 1 through 15. And with 2 outs, Lopes is going to go. Here's the throw. And he is safe. That's a 4. A 1, 2, or 3 would have thrown for an error check on the throw, and Slot's awful. He's 1 through 15, but it's a 4. So Davey Lopes steals second. As allergy season is upon us. Just ask Al, Red Sox fan. So that's a stolen base for Davey Lopes. He's in scoring position with 2 outs for Mike Davis, left-handed batting right fielder. Davis, 275, 8 homers, 4 triples, and 24 doubles. Donnie Hill, the switch-hitting shortstop, on deck. Splittorff peeks over his shoulder. Lopes takes his secondary lead. Now here's the pitch to Mike Davis. 5'9", 5'9". Lefty, 5'9", fly ball, shallow center coming in, and making the catch for the Royals is Willie Wilson. Lopes is stranded at second. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here in Kansas City. If you weren't with us, Fats Domino sang the national anthem. Due up for the Royals, McRae, Akins, and Roberts to face Bill Krueger. Hal McRae, the designated hitter. 311, 12 homers, 6 triples, and 41 doubles. Willie Akins, the first baseman, on deck. McRae's a righty. Billy Krueger nods his head. Heath sets the target. The pitch to Hal McRae. That's a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3. That's a hard hit ball to third. Up with it is Lansford. He throws across the diamond to Allman. 1 away. 5-3 if you're scoring at home. Willie Akins, the power-hitting first baseman, comes up. He's a left-handed batter. Akins, 302, 23 by birdies. He'd love to go bippity-boppity boom here in Kansas City. 1 triple and 26 doubles. Lefty-lefty matchups don't fare well for Akins. Only 20% of his hits or getting on base came against lefties, but you got to keep someone hitting .302 and 23 homers in that lineup when we don't have anyone better. Akins hoping to run into a pitch and drive it deep and gone. Krueger works quickly to Willie Akins. 5-7, lefty-lefty. 5-7, that's a walk. So Akins battles him, fouls off a couple of pitches, and then earns a base on balls. 5-7, let's do the double check. It is a walk, lefty-lefty. And that's someone Krueger wanted to get. He had the 2 strikes, but just could not put him away. Braves for Life is at the ballpark. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Captain Carl's here, along with Robbie and Jack Dawson and Philip Reynolds. So 1 out, 1 on. Akins and East Steeler will not be held on until 2 outs. Leon Roberts, who hits very well against left-handers. In 1983, 258, 8 homers, no triples, and 7 doubles. The right fielder digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Akins takes a slight lead at first. Splittorff would love another double play ball. Here's the pitch to Leon Roberts. That's a 3-4. Does this close the door on Roberts? 3-4. Fly ball left field. And that's going to be out number 2. Making the catch for the Athletics is Ricky Henderson. Retreating back to first is Akins. So Ricky, don't lose my number, makes the catch. 2 outs, and that brings up Frank White, the Royals' second baseman. Frank batted .260, 11 homers, 6 triples, and 35 doubles. Akins will be held on with 2 outs now, only go +1, so he's only 1 through 9. Very slow base runner. White awaits the Krueger offering, pitch homeward bound. Krueger fires in a 4-7 to White. 4-7, swing and a miss. The side is retired. Krueger expanded the zone on the 1-2 count, and White went fishing. We're through 2. Goose eggs up for both teams. No score as we go to the top of the 3rd. Due up for the A's, Hill, Murphy in the top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Donnie Hill, the shortstop, switch hitter. He will bat righty off the left-handed throwing Splittorff. Batted .266, 2 homers, no triples, and 7 doubles. The left-handed batting Dwayne Murphy is on deck. The pitch to Donnie Hill. Let's see what Hill does with Splittorff. 1-6. 1-6, hard hit ball to short. Coming up with it is UL Washington. He throws to first, 1 down. Royals throw the ball around the infield. Here comes Dwayne Murphy, left-handed batting center fielder. .227, 17 homers, 2 triples, and 17 doubles. Ricky Henderson on deck. Splittorff nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Dwayne Murphy, 6-10. Lefty-lefty matchup, 6-10. That's a ground ball to short. The shortstop is UL Washington. He's a 2 defender. And we rolled a 6. So a 2 and a 6. He has it. Throws to Akins, 2 down. So another ground ball out to the shortstop. 2 up, 2 down. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Henderson popped out to the second baseman, Frank White. The pitch to Ricky. Splittorff tosses in a 2-8. Looking to get him on a breaking pitch there. 2-8. Single to center. Ricky sits back on the breaking pitch and returns it to sender. So Ricky Henderson's on. You know he's going. So Henderson's a AAA Steeler. The hold factor on against a AAA is a -1. So he's 1 through 16. Slot is a neutral arm. There goes Ricky. Here's the throw. 13. Ricky steals the base. He's in scoring position. Second stolen base for the Athletics. Lopes had the first one. And it's up to Billy Almond, the first baseman. He, too, popped out to Frank White. Ricky takes his secondary lead. He will be held on, so he'll only be a +1, 1 through 18. Billy Almond a chance to knock in that duck on the pond and give the A's a lead here. The pitch to Almond. 3-9 to Billy Almond. 3-9. Bounding ball to short. UL Washington has it. Throws to first, and the side is retired. Henderson is stranded at second. So UL Washington gets all 3 putouts. Assists on the 6-3, 6-3, and 6-3. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless here in Kansas City. Phantomatic's at the ballpark. How the heck are you, my friend? Check out that wonderful channel. He's going to start up his History Maker golf tournament again. Lots of fun. Due up for the Royals, Otis, Washington, top of the order, Willie Wilson. So we have a pitcher's duel between the lefties. Paul Splittorff, point of weakness check starts in the 6th. Bill Krueger's point of weakness check starts in the 7th. So here's Amos Otis, right fielder for the Royals. 261, 4 homers, 3 triples, and 16 doubles. UL Washington on deck. Mike Heath wiggles the fingers. The pitch to Amos Otis. Krueger deals a 2-8. 2-8. That ball is hit to third. Lansford throws to Almond. 1 down. Here comes the number 9 batter, UL Washington, switch hitting shortstop. He will bat righty. 236, 5 homers, 6 triples, and 19 doubles. Willie Wilson on deck. The windup and the pitch from Krueger to UL Washington. 1-9. 1-9. Line shot right at the first baseman, Almond. 2 away. Now bring up Willie Wilson. He struck out his first time up against Krueger. Krueger looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest. He kicks and deals to Willie Wilson. 5-8. 5-8. Ground ball to short. Shortstop is Donnie Hill. He's a 3 defender, and we rolled a 9. 3-9. Error check. Oh boy, he's a 32. So let's find the 32 here. We got it. Roll the red die. That's a 6. And he boots the ball. 3-2 is a split error. 3 through 7, 11, and 12 is an error. And we rolled a 6. So Donnie Hill boots the ball. Willie Wilson reaches on the E6. And definitely a base running threat is Willie Wilson. With 2 outs, you know he's going to be off to the races. Don Slott steps to the plate. He singled his first time up. Willie Wilson, AA stealer, will be held on -2. But Mike Heath has a good arm, so that's another -2. So that's -4 in total, 1 through 13. There goes Willie Wilson, a throw down, and he is safe. And smothering the ball is the shortstop, Donnie Hill, preventing it from going into center field, as that's a 4. Had it been 1, 2, or 3, we roll for the error on the throw. And Heath has a 1 through 9. But it's a 4. Good job by Donnie Hill trying to make amends for the error that kept the inning alive. And now Wilson stands at second base with a stolen base. Again, they'll try to keep Wilson close. It'll only be a +1, 1 through 18 with 2 outs. Don Slott, can he give the Royals the lead here? As I stated, Slott singled his first time up. Krueger peeks over his shoulder, now picks up the sign at the plate. He deals to Don Slott. 4-8. 4-8. 8 popped up, third base side, foul territory. Going over is Lansford. He makes the catch, and Wilson is stranded at second. Krueger pumps his fist, happy with the result. We're through 3. We're still scoreless here in Kansas City. Crowd cheers as they see Fats Domino on the screen. Going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. Due up for the Oakland Athletics, who want to keep the Royals in Kansas City. Lansford, Burrows, and Heath to face Paul Splittorff. We're scoreless, top of the third. Carney, Lansford, grounded to second. The pitch to Carney. Splittorff deals Lansford a 5-7. 5-7, swing and a miss! Lansford cannot make contact with the high and outside fastball. Splittorff's first strikeout. That brings up Jeff Burrows. Burrows, the designated hitter, singled and was doubled up on the line out by Mike Heath. Burrows awaits the Splittorff offering. Pitch homeward bound to Jeff. 5-7. 5-7. Strike 3 again. This time looking on the breaking pitch. Splittorff strikes out the first 2 Royals. Can he get the hat trick for the side? He'll have to get through Mike Heath, who lined into that double play his first time up. Heath looking to tee it high and let it fly. Splittorff leans over. Looks in. The windup and the pitch to Mike Heath. 6-4. Does it close the door? 6, 4, 1. Boom goes the ball. Mike Heath has just crushed that pitch into the outer atmosphere here at Kansas City. And Mike Heath rounds the bases, and it is 1-0 Oakland Athletics. Heath jumped all over that first pitch strike and drives it to what the A's call the water fountain to center. And it's 1-0 Oakland. 6-4, a home run with normal power. Heath has normal power. 1 through 5, we rolled a 1. So after striking out 2, Splittorff, feeling his oats, challenged Heath, and the law won. 1-0 Oakland. High fives all around in that Athletic dugout. Here comes Davey Lopes. Lopes singled and stole the base. Splittorff has to regroup here. Here's the pitch to Davey Lopes, trying to keep the inning alive. 4-3, what will it be? We shall see. 4-3, ground ball back to Splittorff. Splittorff's a 2 defender. Is a 2 defender. We rolled a 3. A 2 and a 3. He knocks the ball down, quickly grabs it, throws low to first, but scooped out of the dirt by Akins, and they get Lopes by a step. So he's a 2 defender and a 3 ground ball C. And the side is retired. 1-3. But the bippity-boppity boom by Mike Heath gives the Athletics a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Due up for the Royals to face Billy Krueger, Brett, McRae, and Akins. George Brett banged into a 4-6-3 double play to take them out of the bottom of the 1st. Lefty-lefty matchup. Krueger's ready to work. He deals to George Brett. That's a 4-5. 4-5. Ground ball to short. The shortstop is Donnie Hill. He's already made an error. He's a 3 defender, and we rolled a 1. He's not going to get to that. I'm pretty sure about that. A 3 and a 1, and that's a single past the dive of Donnie Hill. 3-1 single. So Brett, the tying run's on at first. Brett will not be held on, Steeler, but his base running slightly above average, 1 through 14. That brings up the designated hitter, Hal McRae. He grounded out to third. Krueger hoping for a double play ball. The pitch to McRae. He'll have to come off his card. That's a 3-8. 3-8 single to right center. Advancing 90 feet and stopping is George Brett. That was a single 1 star on the 3-8. 3-8, yep. So the first 2 batters are on with singles. Brett at second, McRae at first. McRae represents the go-ahead run at first, Brett the tying run at second. Heath goes out to have a word with Billy Krueger. And here comes Willie Aikens, power-hitting first baseman. He walked his first time up. Aikens would like to go bippity-boppity-boom and give the Royals a 3-1 lead. 1-0 Oakland if you're just joining us. Krueger's ready. Nods his head. The pitch to Willie Aikens. That's a 2-2. How do you do? 2-2. Hard hit ball to third. Lansford to Lopes to Almond. Double play. Advancing to third is Brett. Just double check. I know it's a double play ball. Runner at... If one or more runners are forced, runner on first is out. Completion of double play. Yeah, so that's it. It's a 5 to 4 to 3, which that's what I thought it was. Double play. So Aikens does bang into the double play. McRae's out. Advancing to third is Brett with 2 outs. So with 2 outs, Brett stands 90 feet away from the tying run. And here's Leon Roberts. Roberts, the left fielder, flew out to left field. Roberts trying to just get this ball through that infield. Brett takes his lead. Krueger looks over. The pitch to Leon Roberts. 5-8. 5-8. Ground ball to short. Another adventure for Donnie Hill. A 3-18. 3-18. Hill has it. Throws to Almond. And the side is retired. So Krueger comes back quite nicely. After first and second, no outs. He gets Aikens to bang into the double play. Brett advances to third. And then Roberts grounds out to the always adventurous Donnie Hill at short. We're through 4. 1-0 Oakland. So the Royals are having their opportunity, but Krueger has been able to shut them down. Due up for Oakland, trying to add to this 1-0 lead. Davis, Hill, and Murphy. If anyone gets on, Ricky Henderson. Mike Davis, right fielder, flew out to center. Splittorff back up on the bump for the Royals. He rocks and deals to Mike Davis, 6-5. Lefty, 6-5. That's a single! Davis just punches the ball the other way to left. He's now 1 for 2. Davis is an A stealer. He will be held on. So an A stealer held on, that's a -2, so that's a 1 through 15 slot. Is a neutral arm of 0, so 1 through 15 he's safe. Will the A's get their third stolen base? Lopes and Henderson have stolen the base. There goes Davis. Here's the throw by Slot. It's a 6. So another stolen base by the Oakland Athletics. 3 attempts, 3 stolen bases. They are running on Slot like it's the zombie apocalypse. And here's Donnie Hill. Donnie Hill grounded to short. Hill is an A bunter. They're going to play for the bunt. So he'll be a B bunter. They're going to try to advance Davis to third with under 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Splittorff. Hill squares. That's an 8 and a B. That should be good. Aikens fields it. Turns and throws to Frank White on the wheel play. for out number 1, but advancing to third is Mike Davis. So the sack bunt goes 3-4 as Frank White covered on the wheel play. So 1 out, runner at third, and here comes Dwayne Murphy. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Top of the 5th. Royals have a decent hitting lineup. They will play the infield in, though. Here's the pitch to Dwayne Murphy. Murphy grounded to short, infield in, trying to stop that run from scoring at third, and that's a 3-5. Lefty-lefty 3-5, ground ball to short, A. Infield in. Runner at third holds as the batter is thrown out. So Murphy is thrown out. There are 2 outs now. And Davis is still at third, so a hard hit ball right at UL Washington. Second time Murphy has grounded to short. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Can Ricky get that base hit and give the Athletics a 2-0 lead? Infield back to normal. Robbie Wartburg gives us an update. He's playing 4th Street Hockey, I believe. He says, at the end of the first period, Poland leads Sweden 2-0. Splittorff deals to Ricky, don't lose my Henderson number. 5-4. Will this close the door? Ricky's a righty. 5-4. Popped up. Sky high. Shortstop. Washington waiting for rain, and the ball makes the catch. The side is retired. Stranded at third is Mike Davis. Second time Henderson has popped up. The first time to the second baseman. Now he pops out to short. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0. Oakland. Due up for the Royals. White, Otis, and Washington. So 3 stolen bases by the Athletics have only produced 1 run. Frank White steps to play, second baseman, struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch from Krueger to White. 2-8. 2-8. That's a shot to the gap. No one's going to get that as that quickly skips on the turf to the wall. Racing around second on his way to third. Relay throw not in time. It's a leadoff triple. 2-8. Against a left-handed pitcher, 1 through 15 is a triple. We rolled a 10, so the tying run is 90 feet away. The A's are going to rue that squander, that's for sure. Thrice-a-roni, a card collecting treat. I believe Thrice-a-roni was at the Chiefs game yesterday. Chiefs took it on the chin. So a leadoff triple for Frank White, and the Royals are right back in business. Here's Amos Otis. Infield plays in. Otis lined out to first. Grounded to third, excuse me. The pitch to Amos Otis. Infield in. 5-4. Hoping to close the door on Amos Otis. 5-4. Line shot to the second baseman. Wow. Otis hit it on the screws. Drawn in infield. He hits it right at Davy Lopes. Quickly diving back to third is Frank White. Lopes bluffed the throw. Yep, that's an out. There's nothing on here for line outs. You have to... So, that is an out. Tough break for the Royals. 1 out. White still the tying run at third. And here's UL Washington. Again, infield in. Washington lined out to first. Krueger picks up the sign from Heath. He rocks and deals to UL Washington. That's a 1-9. 1-9. 9. Line shot! Billy Allman makes a step and a dive. What a play! Allman playing in almost like a soccer goalie reaction. What a catch, denying a double down the line. And the Royals are 1 out away from a tremendous squander. And here's Willie Wilson, the top of the order. Tricerone was at the football game in Kansas City last night. Said, yes, wish it was a better outcome. Well, next time, my friend, next time. So a leadoff triple and 2 lineouts with the infield back to normal. And here's Willie Wilson. He has struck out, reached on an error by the shortstop Hill and stolen a base. Can he tie the game up? Krueger. Arms over his head, now down to his chest. The windup and the pitch to Willie Wilson. 2 outs, tying run at third. 5-5. Wilson batting righty. 5-5. That's a ground ball hit to Davey Lopes. Lopes is a 4. And we rolled a 17. A 4 and a 17. Lopes barehands it, throws to first. Allman scoops it out of the dirt, and the side is retired. 4-17. Ground ball C. A leadoff triple goes for naught by Frank White. We are through 5. It's still 1-0 Oakland. Wow. We go to the top of the 6th. Allman, Lansford, and Burrows due up for the A's. Billy Krueger still spinning some magic out on that mound. A leadoff triple, 2 line shots, and a nubber, and they can't get a run in. So here's Billy Allman. Allman is 0 for 2. He's popped out and grounded out. Splittorff trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. He deals to Bill Allman. 1-10. 1-10. Single to left. Billy Allman takes that inside fastball to left field. Now 1 for 3. So Allman's at first. Again, the A's with a precarious 1-run lead. And here's Carney Lansford, third baseman. Lansford is grounded out and struck out. Allman's an A stealer. And we know Slot has they've already stolen 3 bases off Don Slot. We're going to go for number 4. A stealer -2, 1 through 15. Slot's a neutral arm of 0. There goes Billy Allman. Here's a throw by Slot. And that is a 9. The 4th stolen base for the Oakland Athletics. Billy Allman stands in scoring position for Carney Lansford. Lansford's a horrible bunter. He's not going to bunt. Allman will be held close at second. So it'll be a -1 with under 2 outs, 1 through 15. Splittorff deals to Lansford, trying to add another run for the A's to add to their 1-0 lead. That's a 1-5. 1-5. Lansford turns on that pitch. That ball is long gone to left field. It is 3-0 Oakland. Unbelievable. Carney Lansford on the 1-5. A clean home run. A crush shot to dead left. As Splittorff tried to come inside, the lefty tried to come inside. He's induced quite a few pop-ups against the A's. Well, this was a pop-up. It was a pop-up all the way out of the stadium. That was a bippity-boppity-boom. Lansford reaches home plate, claps hands with Allman. Also greeting them is Jeff Burrows. Much joy in that Athletic dugout. It is now 3-0. The A's have scored all 3 runs on homers. A solo blast by Heath. Back in the top of the 4th, now a 2-run shot after the leadoff single by Carney Lansford. Kansas City. Fats Domino is in disbelief. 3-0 Athletics. No outs. Top of the 6th. Here comes Jeff Burrows. Will they go back-to-back jack? Burrows has singled. Was erased on a double play lineout and struck out. Splittorff, glasses and all, still up on the mub. Here's the pitch to Burrows. 4-4, hoping to close the door on Burrows. 4-4, fly ball center field. Willie Wilson is a 2 defender. We rolled a 10. A 2 and a 10 goes to an error check. Wilson is an E11. We find the E11. Yes, we do. And that's a 6. And that's a 2-base error. The ball goes off Wilson's glove. 3 through 7, 11, and 12 are 2-base errors. A 2 is a split error possibility, but we rolled a 6. My God, I roll horrible on errors. And standing at second base on the E8 is Jeff Burrows. Still no outs. Burrows will not be held close, only 1 through 8. Here's Mike Heath. Heath has lined into a double play and homered. 3-0 Oakland. 2 on the blast this inning by Lansford. They're looking to add more. Splittorff has a word with Slot, or Slot has a word with Splittorff. A lot of conversation on that mound. Here comes the man in blue to break it up. Splittorff sort of shakes his head, trying to regroup. He's ready. The windup and the pitch to Heath. That's a leaner. We re-roll that. That's a 3. 3-9. 3-9. Popped up foul territory. Brett goes over towards the dugout now. A little away from it. Makes the catch. 1 down. So he got that pitch in on Heath. He tried to do that to Lansford, but Lansford jumped all over it for a 2-run homer. So Splittorff induces another pop out. So 1 out. 3-0. Top of the 6th. Athletics in the lead in our 1-and-done 1983 tournament. You win, you stay in. You lose, well, you go home. Or in this case, for the Royals, they stay home. Davey Lopes comes to plate. Lopes has singled, stolen the base, and grounded out to the pitcher. Burrows takes a slight lead at second. Here's the pitch to Davey Lopes. That's a 2-8. 2-8. Will it be too late? 2-8. Single to center. One through 8. Wilson. They'll hold up. Wilson has a +1 arm, and it's only 1 through 9, but they'll hold Burrows at third. So with 1 out, they have runners on the corners. Burrows at third. Lopes with his second hit. Another single at first. He's now 2 for 3. And we're going to have to flip this over. So, first and third. Lopes is at first. Here comes Mike Davis, the right fielder. Davis is 1 for 2. He's flown to center, singled, and stolen a base. Davey Lopes is an A stealer. We know that's a 1 through 15. Slot with a neutral arm. There goes Lopes. There's a throw. He is gunned out. It's a 17. Slot finally throws out a base stealer. And there's 2 down. As Slot throws to UL Washington, who applies the tag. So there's 2 outs. Lopes erased from the base paths. They took that shot 1 through 15. Slot now. How many stolen base? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's now 1 for 5. So Mike Davis needs a single here. Lefty, lefty. The pitch from Splittorff to Davis. 4-11. 4-11. Fly ball to right fielder. The right fielder is Amos Otis. He's a 2 defender. And we roll to 16. 2-16. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. Slot throws out Davis at third. So the A's run themselves out of an inning with the fly ball by Davis. But they do get 2 more runs on the bippity-boppity-boo 2-run blast by Carney Lansford. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Oakland. And it's going to be point of weakness check for Billy Krueger. Oh, no, that Paul Splittorff actually had point of weakness check. I missed it. 1, 2. Yeah, he's... You know what? But we didn't have any dots, so I lucked out there. He has hit his point of weakness because he gave up 3 hits. Single, homer, single. He is done. Point of weakness, so he's coming out of the game. So he is done. He will not pitch the 7th. Krueger in the 7th reaches his point of weakness check. Oops, Heath Burrows. Keith Lopes. Davis flew out. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to have to get a new pitcher for Splittorff. Let's just get that ready. Well, seeing that there's no tomorrow, I think we'll just go to... Where's Quisenberry? It's good for 3 innings. So it'll be Quisenberry coming in with no tomorrow. And we'll get that accounting done with right now. It's going to be Dan. The Submariner, Dan Quisenberry. Dan Quisenberry. So Splittorff goes 6, gives up 3 runs, and they're all earned because the error came after the 2-run homer. He's on the hook for the loss. So once they come to the top of the 7th, it'll be Quisenberry. But the Royals need some runs. They're down 3. Krueger back up on the bump for the A's. He'll face Slot, Brett, and McRae. Slot is 1 for 2, a single and a pop out to first. Here's the pitch to Don Slot. 2-11. 2-11. Popped up. Sky high. Outfield grass. Second base making the catch is the second baseman, Davey Lopes. Second time Slot has popped out to the right side. And that's 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Royals trail by 3. George Brett strides to the plate. Brett is 0 for 2, banged into a 4-6-3. I'm sorry, 1 for 2, banged into a 4-6-3 double play and singled, reached third but would not score. Krueger picks up the sign from Heath. He deals to Brett. 1 snake eyes across the board. 1-2. How do you do? 1-2. Line shot to the leaping Davey Lopes at second. Had anyone been on, that's a max line out double play. But no one's on. Great play by Lopes, denying Brett his second hit. Lopes, a Rhode Island native. The great state of Rhode Island, where Ken Castro is from. That'll bring up Hal McRae, the designated hitter. 1 for 2. He's grounded to third and singled. Krueger looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Hal McRae. 2-10 to McRae. 2-10, and that's a single left center field. Inning stays alive. McRae's now 2 for 3. Willie Aikens comes to the plate. Aikens has walked and banged into a 5-4-3 double play. If Aikens can somehow go yard in this lefty-lefty matchup, it's a 3-2 ball game. Kurt Berglund is at the ballpark, and Kenny Castro. Again, Kenny Castro, the great sports writer from the great state of Rhode Island, where Davy Lopes is from. When they ask Lopes, where are you from? He says, I'm from Rhode Island. And that's where Ken Castro's from. All right, so here's Willie Aikens. 2 outs. McRae's at first. Tying run in the on-deck circle in Roberts. The pitch from Krueger to Willie Aikens, looking to end the inning here and now. That's a 4-6. Lefty, 4-6. Swing and a miss! Krueger, curveball, snaps off the table. Aikens missed it by 5 miles, and the side is retired. Krueger has blanked the Royals through 6. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-0 Oakland. Wow. Dan Quisenberry in. Remember, Paul Splittorff went 6, gave up 3 runs. He can only lose it. He cannot win it. Al Red Sox fans now going to have an allergy attack on YouTube. Snot running down Al Red Sox fans' nose. No, not really. Just a little bit. Thank God the camera's on the table. Sip of water. Top of the 7th, 3-0 A's. Quisenberry will face Hill, Murphy in the top of the order. Ricky, don't lose my number, Henderson. Ken Castro says, I know it's fiction. Oh, he must be talking about the hockey game. Robbie says, randomly drafted. I like that 4th Street hockey. I wish it would let you shoot when you wanted to shoot. I was looking at it. It says you can pass to certain players. I tried it. It just kept passing the same damn player no matter what I clicked. So I got to look into that. I was playing the demo. I love the animation of the game. It's beautiful. All right, here's Donnie Hill. Hill 1-0 for 1. He's grounded to short and had a successful sac bunt. Quisenberry. The Submariner deals to Donnie Hill. Quisenberry is a righty, so Hill's batting lefty. That's a 4-5. 4-5. Single to center. Donnie Hill just smacks that ball through the wickets on the 4-5 because he's batting lefty. So Hill picks up his first hit. He's now 1 for 2. Remember, he had that sac bunt. So Hill, and he's an E stealer. He's going nowhere. That'll bring up Dwayne Murphy. Murphy's an A bunter. But Murphy is going to really hope to grip and rip here. That 3 column has 3 clean homers. The 4, the 11, and the 12. Can the A's pick up their 3rd home run and go up 5-0? Quisenberry hopes to induce a double play ball. The sidewinder deals towards home to Dwayne Murphy. A 6-9. Murphy a lefty. 6-9. Popped up shortstop. Washington makes the catch. 1 down. Retreating back to first is Donnie Hill. Top of the order, Ricky Henderson. Henderson has popped out twice and singled and stolen a base. The pitch to Henderson. Quisenberry. Submarines in a 6-6. You get your kicks on Route 66. 6-6. Jammed and popped up. Sky high. Third base. Brett Standing almost on the bag. Makes the catch. 2 down. So Quisenberry able to get that submarine ball in tight. 2nd time. 3rd time Ricky's popped out. It's popped out to 2nd, short, and 3rd. The other at bat is single and a stolen base. So 2 outs. Hill will be off on contact. We will now hold him on. He'll only go +1 to 1 through 13. Billy Almond, the first baseman, 1 for 3. Popped out to second, grounded to short, singled, stole a base, and scored on the 2-run homer by Lansford. That's how we stand. It is 3-0. A home run by Heath in the top of the 4th. A solo blast and a 2-run blast by Lansford in the top of the 6th. Hill will be off on contact. The pitch to Billy Almond. Quisenberry submarines a 1-8 in. 1-8. Fly ball to left. And that will be out number 3 as Leon Roberts makes the catch. Hill gets the first but advances no more. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and it's 3-0 Oakland. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever go back, for it's root for the home team. If they lose, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes are out at the old ball game. Royals fans trying to rev up their beloved blue, down by 3. Krueger now faces point of weakness check. And if we go to anyone, it'll be Tom Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer was 6-7 with a 2.81, former Red Sox. And I think he was a Twin before that. I don't remember. Or he might have been in Oakland A, went to the Red Sox and went back to Oakland. 6-7, 2.81. Let's look here. And he is good for 3 innings. So it'll be has pitched quite well. And they'll try to get him through 1 more inning, possibly more. Here's Leon Roberts. Roberts is 0 for 2. Krueger deals to the right-handed batting Roberts, the left fielder, 6-8. 6-8, and that's a walk. You don't want to do that. He walks the leadoff runner. Krueger is an E stealer, will not be held on. Bergmeyer continues to warm in the bullpen for the A's. I'll bring up Frank White, the second baseman. Struck out, had a leadoff triple in the 5th, and then it was line out, ground out, inning over. Twice with the infield in, the Royals lined out. Roberts takes a slight lead. Krueger pays no heed to him. The pitch to Frank White. 3-4. 2-4. 2-4. Hard hit ball to Krueger. Krueger turns and fires to the shortstop. Hill comes across the bag to Almond. Double play. 1-6-3. Just like you draw it up on the chalkboard. 1-6-3. A thing of beauty. A hard hit ball. A 1-hopper to Krueger. Krueger turns, throws beautifully. He leads Donnie Hill. Hill catches the ball, steps on second, and quickly releases to first to Almond. 2 outs, no one on. And now bring up Amos Otis to the plate. My man, Amos Otis. The right fielder is 0 for 2. A ground out to third and a line out to Davey Lopes at second. Krueger says, point of weakness check what? Here's the pitch to Amos Otis trying to keep the inning alive. That's a 1-3. What will it be? We shall see on the 1-3. 1-3. Jammed and popped up. Foul territory, first base side. Almond makes the catch and the side is retired. So Krueger continues his mastery of the Royals. We're through 7. 3-0 Oakland. We go to the top of the 8th. Quisenberry in for his second inning of work. We've had some really well-pitched games in this 83 1-and-done tournament. A lot of fun. So Quisenberry is going to face Lansford, Burrows, and Heath. Carney Lansford is 1 for 3. His one hit, the bippity-boppity boom for the 2-run blast, making it 3-0. Prior to that, he struck out and grounded his second. Here's the pitch to Carney Lansford. Quisenberry submarines in a 5-2. How do you do? 5-2. Fly ball. Right field. Going back a bit is Amos Otis. He makes the catch, 1 away. Jeff Burrows, the designated hitter, strides to the plate. He is singled, struck out, and reached on a 2-base error by Willie Wilson in center. Burrows awaits the submarine offering from Quisenberry. Here's the pitch. A 1-4. Does it close the door? 1-4. Hard hit ball to Washington at short. He throws to Willie Aikens, 2 away. Base is empty for Mike Heath. Heath started off the scoring for the A's with a solo blast in the top of the 4th that gave them a 1-0 lead. He's 1 for 3. He's lined into a double play and popped to third. Quisenberry nods his head. Slot sets the target. The pitch to Mike Heath. 2-7. 2-7. Line shot! Washington shows his up at short. He snares the ball out of the air, and the side is retired. UL Washington, excuse me. Great play, robbing Heath of his second hit. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 Oakland. UL showed some hops there. Bottom of the 8th. Bergmeyer's ready. Billy Krueger will face UL Washington. Then top of the order, Willie Wilson and Don Slott. Washington's lined out twice. Both times to the first baseman, Billy Allman. The second one was a real killer. 1 out, runner at third, infield in. Allman, like a goalie, a step and a dive. Let's see what UL can do here. Switch hitter batting righty. The pitch from Krueger to UL Washington. 4-6. Pick up some sticks. 4-6. Fly ball right field. That'll be out number 1. Making the catch is Davis. So Krueger continues to spin that tangled web against the Royals. Top of the order, Willie Wilson. Wilson struck out, reached on an error, stole second, and has also grounded out to second. Wilson, right-hander's batter's box. He awaits the Krueger offering. Pitch homeward bound to Willie Wilson. 3-11. 3-11. Fly ball lifted out to center, going back to his left, making the catch is Murphy. 2 down. Krueger just cruising along down the highway. Here's the catcher, Don Slott. Slott is 1 for 3, a single, a pop out to first, and a pop out to second. Krueger looking to retire the Royals 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 8th and take it to the top of the 9th, 3-0 Oakland. The pitch to Don Slott, a 1-5. 1-5. That's a gap shot. That will split Murphy and Davis to right center field, rolls to the wall, and Don Slott trots into second base with a 2-out double. A 1 through 14 would have been a triple. We rolled in 18, and that is a double, 15 through 20. And George Brett comes to the plate. Brett is a lefty. Krueger's a lefty. Bergmeier's ready, but we're going to stick with Krueger. Lefties struggle mightily off of him. Brett hoping to go yard and bring the Royals to within 1. Slot will be held on with 2 outs. There'll only be a +1, 1 through 12. Krueger nods his head, takes a deep breath. The pitch to George Brett. That's a leaner. Reroll. 4, 7. Lefty, lefty. 4, 7. Swing and a miss! And the inning is over. So Brett on the leaner fouls the ball back to the screen. Strikes out on the very next pitch. Krueger struck out 4. And the A's are 3 outs away from closing the door on the Royals. We go to the top of the 9th. 3-0 Oakland. Krueger only gave up 1 hit, so he's good for 3 hits, AK and walks, as long as they're unintentional. Will we have another pitcher go the distance? If we do, I think that would be our 4th or 5th. But it'll be on a very short leash. So due up, Quisenberry's now in his point of weakness check. This is his 3rd inning of work. He relieved Paul Splittorff in the 6th. And Quisenberry faces Lopes, Davis, and Hill. Here's the pitch to Davey Lopes. 4-7 to Davey Lopes. Righty-righty matchup. 4-7. Strike 3. At the knees. Lopes didn't like it, but it's strike 3. 1 out. Take care of that. And here comes Mike Davis. Davis, the right fielder. Davis 1 for 3, has a single and a stolen base. The submarine pitch comes forth from Quisenberry. 5-8. Left-handed batter. 5-8. Jammed him. Popped up right side. Akins makes the catch. 2 down. So Mike Davis pops out to first. Now bring up the number. That's not in the right order. Donnie Hill should. Where's Donnie? Donnie! Lopes, Davis. Where's Donnie Hill? What the hell did he stick to? There's Donnie. You're in the wrong spot, Donnie. Donnie Hill's up next. Dwayne Murphy's on deck. Donnie Hill. 1 for 2. Ground out, sack bunt, and a single. 2 outs, base is empty. Quisenberry trying to keep it a 3-run deficit. Here's the submarine pitch to Donnie Hill. 5-9. Hill, a switch hitter, will bat lefty. Off the right-handed throwing Quisenberry. 5-9. Slowly hit ball to second. White has it. Throws to Akins. The side's retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Oakland 3 outs away from advancing. They're up 3-0. For the Royals, last call. Last call for alcohol. At 2, you're through. Krueger is going to have an opportunity to close out this game. And now let's just take a quick check at our defense here. Again, I have limited players. I think the other first baseman is better defensively than Allman. Wayne Gross is a 3 and an E7. So he has better range in the same error. So I think we're going to put Wayne Gross at first. So Wayne Gross will come in the top of the 9th, replace Billy Allman as a defensive replacement. Gross. First base. 9th. Defense. He's a 3. E7. So the error rating's the same. Slightly, obviously, better range. And he's a D. If he has to come up to hit, then something went horrifically wrong for the Oakland A's in the bottom of the 9th. DBD, but we'll just write it in anyway. 1 through 10. So Billy Allman's day is done. The defensive replacement in gross. And gross will go to the 2 slot. Again, if he comes up to hit, something horrifically went wrong for the A's. A's 3 outs away. Krueger is shutting out the Royals here. This is game number 7 of our tournament, 1 and done. We've already played round 1, which just was 2 quick games to get the first bracket of 16 in round 2. All games are on the channel on demand if you'd like to watch them. So Krueger will face McRae, Aikens, and Roberts. McRae is 2 for 3 off Krueger. Here's the pitch to Hal McRae from Billy Krueger. That's a 3-7. Left-handed pitcher, 3-7. That's a walk. Oh, boy. McRae's on for the 3rd time. And now another walk or 2 more walks or a hit in that combination. He's reached point of weakness. Here's Willie Aikens. Lefty-lefty matchup. Aikens has walked, banged into a double play, and struck out. Krueger hoping for another double play ball. They're not holding on. McRae, here's the pitch to Willie Aikens. That's a 4-4. Will it close the door? And the split rolls a 4. So lefty-lefty, 4. Ground ball to second base and Davey Lopes. Possible double play ball. Lopes is a 4, though. And we rolled a 4. This could be a hit, folks. A 4 and a 4. That's a single. And going first to third. Let's make sure we see this right. 4 and a 4 is a single. 2 stars. And Lopes is a 4 defender. So first to third, they're looking to break through against Krueger. The Royals are not dead. Aikens singles past the dive of Lopes. And that ball just takes off on the turf. And McRae, not known for his speed, but he's not horribly slow. Actually, he's above average with a 14. Goes first to third. So here come the Royals. A's fans, put a hold. You better put a hold right now on your tickets to the third round, excuse me. So first and third, and here's Leon Roberts. Roberts really hits left-handed pitching. Bergmeyer's a lefty. Roberts is 0 for 2. He's flown out to left, grounded to short, and walked. Now, if we bring in the righty, they will counter with Sheridan. Sheridan, for the Royals, it's Pat Sheridan, 270. And you're almost better. It's about even Stevens, to be honest with you. Well, Sheridan's 89% off righties, while Roberts is only 60. They're going to stick with the lefties here and keep Mr. Sheridan on the bench. And it's going to be Tom Bergmeyer. So Billy Krueger cannot go the distance. He goes 8 innings. He's responsible for the 2 runners on, the walk and the single, runners on first and third. He can only win it. He can't lose it. Tom Bergmeyer looking at the final 3 outs here. By going to Bergmeyer, they can't go to Sheridan, and Bergmeyer's a little tougher on righties than Krueger is. Bergmeyer 70%, Krueger 83%. So here's Bergmeyer. And here come the Royals. Royals fans wishing, hoping, and praying. Leon Roberts at the plate. Bergmeyer, done with his warm-up tosses, has a quick word with Mike Heath. 6 and 7, 281, 2 homers allowed, struck out 39, walked 32, so he has some control issues at time with the walk bugaboo. Hoping for the double play ball. They will play normal. They're looking for the double play. They'll give up the run. 3-0 Oakland. Here come the Royals. Leon Roberts at the plate. The pitch from the lefty Tom Bergmeyer. 5-7. It's going to be a lucky 7 for someone. 5-7. Swing and a miss! Bergmeyer gets him on the off-speed pitch. 1 down. Now let's just look for ha-ha's sake. If we had left Krueger in on the 5-7, would have been a walk. Good decision on our part. Bases would have been juiced. Here comes Frank White, representing the tying run at the plate. If you're thinking of bippity-boppity-boom to tie it, White did have 11 homers. White is 1 for 3, a strikeout, a triple. And he was stranded at third with no outs. And a double play. Bergmeyer hoping for the last result. A double play will end the game. Here's the pitch to Frank White. Runners on the corners. 1 out, 3-0 Oakland. That's a 3-4. Will it close the door? 3-4. Hard hit ball to short. Hill to Lopes to Gross. The ball game is over. Frank White bangs in to the game-ending double play. Let's do our double check. 3-4. Bergmeyer's a left-handed pitcher. 3-4. Ground ball A to short. Hill to Lopes to the newly in defensive replacement Gross. And the Oakland A's have punched their ticket to round number 3 in the final round, or the final bracket of 16. 6-4-3 as Frank White bangs into the game-ending double play. So it's a combined shutout with Krueger going 8 scoreless innings, and Bergmeyer picks up the save. The loss goes to Splittorff as he gave up all 3 runs. A solo blast by Mike Heath, and that was in the top of the 4th, and a 2-run shot by Carney Lansford after Almond had a leadoff single at the top of the 6th. So the double play ball, and that is it, folks. The Oakland Athletics advanced to the final bracket of 16. They've made it with the big boys, the Elite 8. The top 8 teams have a bye till round 3, little FA Cup style. Another well-pitched game in our 1983 tournament. Actually, both teams pitched well. It was the bippity-boppity-booms. The A's got 2 of them. That's how they scored their 3 runs. Krueger goes 8, gets the win. Bergmeyer pitches the 9th. Comes in 1st and 3rd, no outs. He gets a strikeout and a double play. Ball game over. Royals over. The A's advance. Player of the game. Well, I'm going to have to give it to Krueger. I like to give out lots of players of the game. Krueger, Heath, and Lansford are all co-players of the game. For all those stolen bases, only 1 run came in on a stolen base, and it was off the home run because Almond stole second. Didn't matter because Carney Lansford went bippity-boppity-boom. Carney touched them all, along with Almond. So another fun game. A's advanced 3-0. Let's just tell you who's coming up next in the tournament. And it was key. I went to Bergmeyer. Had I kept Krueger in the game, a 5-7's a walk on his card. On Bergie's, 5-7 is a strikeout. And that was huge. That was huge, folks. That was huge. A lot of fun. David Cadwalder. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. He says, except for keeping stats still. I do. I have the PC game too. I just play at my own speed. If someone wants to watch. I try to talk to the chat a bit. And I enjoy. I have a bunch of seasons coming tomorrow. A lot. I'm going to enjoy them all. I love the Strat-O-Matic game. I have issues with the company. I'm not going to go through them again, but ID Gesture hits a lot of them. They nickel and dime. And, you know, it's tough when you like a game that I've fallen back in love with. And I bought the Card&Dice stuff. This is my original 83 set. So I did buy, because you know what? You go around the world once. Life once. I'm going to enjoy. But ID Gesture did a wonderful video on the rise and fall of Strat, in his opinion. And he makes a lot of valid points. Now, like I said, I love the game. The company leaves a lot to be desired. They need to update their PC games, bring some animation to the baseball game, I feel, just like they do with football. You can add little players. You don't have to be like out of the ballpark, which I love. You can do little things just to make it a little more visually pleasing. The game plays wonderful. When you buy a season card and dice, you should get all the players. That's all I say. There should be no extra player nonsense. And they got to get rid of that $2 freaking fee. But who am I to talk? That's just my opinion. Again, I love the game. I just spent a ton of money on a bunch of seasons that were on sale. I enjoy the game. I love the game. I wish the company would be a little better, give out more. They're getting better with sales. I actually have had 2 good customer service calls in a row when I finally did get through. Oh, David. Now I'm going to mess up his name because he said I pronounced it right. David Calderwald. See, now I'm thinking. He says, yes, you pronounced my game, I think he means name, better than I do, Al. LOL. Glad you like. Oh, I love Card and Dice. I love it. I have a couple other Card and Dice games, but I'm very familiar with this. I also like, it's actually called Dice Baseball. I got a ton of seasons cheap on that, but they're PDFs, and I can't really print. I can print them all, but I'm coming up with a way just to do that on the piece on the computer, and you roll the dice with a ball roller. I've rolled the dice. I mean, I've cut the cards out and played those too. So, all right, let's give you the next one, because everyone always says I go long, and we're on 1 hour and 26, and I ramble on, but that's what I do. Our next game, I'm enjoying this. This is my original set. I'm really enjoying this. Oh, I have so many cool seasons coming. Oh, I'm so happy. But again, ID Gesture makes a lot of valid points. I think even if you love Strat, the company, and everything, and you can love the company, don't get me, they need to improve on things. You're basically paying $60 to get the freaking new season. That's not right. That's not right, but, you know. I bought it last time because the Red Sox won the World Series. I don't know if I'll buy it this time. Though there's a lot of home. I might just get the Card and Dice. All right. Our next game is going to be... So the 6th seed in the first bracket of 16, the Royals go out. Oakland, the 11th seed, advances. So this is going to be St. Louis and Texas. And St. Louis is a 7th seed at 79 and 83 in our first bracket of 16 in round 2. And Texas is the 10th seed at 77 and 85. We could have some. That could be an interesting game. So that's that, folks. I'd like to say thank you to Robbie, David, Ken Castro, Kurt. My allergies are killing me. Excuse me. Thrice Cerrone, a card collecting treat. 1&done, Braves for Life. Jack Dawson, Philip Reynolds. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. And Captain Carl. He says, that's my only negative for Strat. The lack of players, which is why I always purchase the PC roster. Absolutely. If you're going to... But I do love Card and Dice. I play the PC offline. I have projects I have to finish with the PC. I got to finish my Bob Gibson and Denny McLain project. 68 versus 20. I think it was the 2016 playoff teams. But I love Card and Dice. It's so much fun, so relaxing. You know, I lost my Dodger helmet. That pisses me off. That's why you'll never see I got to buy a new set just to get a Dodger helmet. I bought these at Fenway Park. These. Back in around 1983. All right. Health and happiness next time. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless. Love you all. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. Enjoy whatever games you play. Life is too short.